I'm here with the cast and crew from In Another Life. Congratulations on your nominations for your film. And if I could pass the microphone down, if you could each introduce yourself, and then I'll come back with a series of questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Should I talk to the camera? My name is Yusuke. I'm the director of the film In Another Life. That's about it.
Let's pass. Thank you.
My name is Hiroyuki Saito. I'm an actor. Nice to meet you.
My name is Yoshie Kuroiwa. I played Sae Okino in Dream. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kiriko Kina. I'm an actress in this film. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just to put you at ease, it's all very relaxed, so don't worry. There's no tricky questions. Yeah, no, there's no tricky questions. So if I can start with perhaps the actors, actresses first. To all of you, how were you cast? How did you get the part? How did you prepare for the role?
First? Yes, so actually, this story is started from sharing our real life with Yusuke. So after that, we took the 4, 5 times. He wrote a script, and so my story is not a real story, but I made my own character. So it's not difficult to believe it's me, and a lot of things help me. We made our house by ourselves. I bring my things to her room. Actually, it's a her room, but and we made all of things by ourselves. And I talked with Haruna. She's my daughter in movie. Yeah. After first met with her, so I told her, please call me mommy, and please not yes. And I called her Haruna every time. A lot of things worked and very helped me. So it's not difficult to play in this film.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did the shoot last? Sorry. How long did it take to film?
How long? So.
For the shoot? Yes.
1, 2 days.
Just 2 days.
3 days. Okay. A whole of yes. About our part, about 2 days, 3 days. 1 day, just 1 day. Sorry, I couldn't remember.
Okay.
So that's because we did another work. 出番以外ってなんて言えばいいですか？出番以外。Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
So basically, it was the whole shooting period was about 4 or 5 days, I think.
Yeah.
And because we have like 3 different stories, and everybody kind of helped out each other's story when they're not appearing in the film.
Right. So when they're not being shot, they're helping out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we all end up working for probably 4 or 5 days in total. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you prepare for the roles? How did you?
My character was made from Hiroyuki's idea.
Right.
So and I talked with him very much, very long time, and we made our room ourselves. And before.
So sorry. So when you say you've mentioned this already, you made the room yourself. Are you saying that you designed and fitted the room out? Is that what you're saying? So that where you were shooting in the room, are they saying they actually designed the room, the look of the room? Really? Okay. Right. Thank you.
Yeah. And when I was acting, I thought I was thinking too much. I was confused, and then I I listened to Enrico's music. He is this film composer.
Yeah.
He gives us wonderful music before shooting.
Right.
So when I was nervous, his music helped me
Oh,
act
really? Wow.
very much.
Fantastic.
And when I saw the movie, complete movie, I was moved. I'm always moved by his music.
That's lovely. That's lovely. And sorry, you're next.
Yoshie 一緒でもうハミさんと話してでもそれが準備をしキリコさんがやってみたいに部屋を作ってっていうと特に準備っていう準備はなんだろうもう作ること自体が最初から全部準備だったから
Right. So he was saying that basically,
It's no problem. It's no problem.
yeah, for the approach to become the character,
Yeah.
the whole process was actually to create the character. So there wasn't the point where it was like, okay, I'm gonna start researching for the character or trying to find what he felt in this particular scene or anything like that, because this film was entirely written from the discussion with those actors.
Right, so you didn't actually give them, unless I'm wrong here, are you saying that you didn't really give them a type of person or character from what they were evolving it themselves?
Yeah, it just came from, initially this project, this film, was called 2015 Project. And I wanted to make a story about our current lives in Tokyo and what is important for us and what we love and what we hate, all those like struggles and.
So is this like a metaphor?
What do you mean? Well, yeah, I guess in a way, because when I try to depict the story like that, I just realized what do I know about now? What do I know about our lives? And I just realized I don't even know these people. I've known these people for 2-3 years, but I didn't know. So I started to experiment by really talking to each other about their lives, like private lives. And then I got inspired from it and started to take down some notes about their struggles and things like that. And then there's always time when we're talking about something really private, they always talk about their father or mother, or there's always somebody involved.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And that kind of inspired me. Maybe her mother is like this in her opinion, but what if she was doing this for other reasons that she wasn't really expecting, she didn't know, or all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the story was inspired from their stories, not necessarily their real story, but it ends up being totally different. But it has the elements of their story.
So the story that you ended up with when you were about to shoot, was it the story that you actually told on film, or did it change radically as you were shooting it? So as you was moving through making the film, did things change quite dramatically, or did he pretty much stick to the story you had?
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah. We pretty much, we didn't really change anything really. We did a lot of improvisation, but the feeling was already there. So we didn't really have to change something drastically or anything like that. We already pretty much knew where we were going. It's just a little things where to sit or how far distant they have to sit and talk or whatever. So it's just a little things.
And would you, when you look back, would you have changed anything? I mean, it's always easier in hindsight. Is there anything you would have, when you look at it as the finished film, is there anything you think, actually, I wish I'd have done this slightly differently? Are you pretty happy with it?
I do. I always do as a filmmaker,
Yeah, I know it's hard, it's a tough question, but, I suppose...
I do, unfortunately, but also, it's a good lesson to move on to the next project, to do something better, something deeper, and I mean, it involves techniques too and experience. So I have to, keep just making films. But for example, I don't know if I should say this, but for example, in the film, if I could have done something else or improved something, it would be for the first episode, Code. There's a girl alone in the apartment, just working by herself. She doesn't have any contact with the outside world, except she's going out with these random guys on the street and goes to the hotel and sleep with them. Right. So that's the story for the first episode. But I wish I could have gotten this random guy and her in the hotel room and having a little conversation about something, about her father or something like that.
Right, okay. Because that's not touched on in the film, is it? I don't think.
It wasn't really obvious in the film that all these three stories have issues with father's absence. So I could have made it a little bit clearer about that. So I would have done that. For the second story theme, I don't need to improve anything. For the third one, actually I have a specific scene I wanted to change. For her, washing the dishes and then, just singing. But that's the part where I wanted her to talk to her daughter. But right now, the actual conversation between her and her daughter is during the dinner time. Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking, in that scene, they shouldn't really talk, because they are kind of like only worry about themselves. They're not really sharing the time, even during the dinner time. So I wanted to get that message across, but that was kind of thing that I kind of misplaced the dialogue in the scene, I guess.
I mean, things are always better in hindsight. Of course. So just something I wanted to touch upon was, which I know about, is your involvement with this union. Can you just explain to us briefly what I understand from the printed matter you send over material, but if you could elaborate and give us an idea of why you got involved in that and why you felt it was an important project to be part of.
We started the organization called Tokyo Cinema Union, which we started 3 years ago. And the reason we started was basically, I wasn't in Japan for a while, and then when I came back to Japan, I started making films.
You were in Australia then?
It was really difficult for a lot of indie filmmakers and actors to be really creative and be able to expose their work to anywhere because of the industry system that we have. And I explained a little bit earlier about even the audition. We have auditions, but not really. It's almost like extra work. But if you want real good role in the film, it's a power game thing, and you don't have a chance basically. So
we call that a closed shop. I don't know. Is it the same thing?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So and people are really discouraged, I guess, from what I felt by seeing those people like us. So I decided to make a little change by just meeting with actors and other directors and producers and try to make films together. Normally actors are just waiting for the job, and I was like, why are you waiting for it?
But rather than looking, they're waiting.
We're waiting, like waiting for somebody to pick them up one day, and then nothing really happens, but they're still waiting. And I'm like, don't you want to make a film? Don't you want to create a character, be in a character, and act in a film or whatever? and more spontaneous. You try to be more spontaneous about what you're doing, what you're trying to do, rather than being so passive about it. So that was something I wanted to change, but it took time. And this film is the first one that we produced through that union. So.
And what kind of reaction have you had?
Initially, nobody really understood, because it's just the notion or the attitude that we have to learn. It wasn't about the rules or anything. It's just if you want to. I mean, even in this film, it's like if you want to really make a really good character, you know, being a really good actor, you have to prepare. You have to prepare a lot. But if you're waiting for somebody to give them the costume or the makeup or, you know, you just keep waiting, you know, and just be passive about it. But in this film, for example, as I said, they had to prepare this, you know, costume, location, rooms, everything, props and everything, which helped them to be in a character so much better.
Are you saying that normally, or traditionally is probably a better word, they wouldn't or shouldn't be doing that? Is that what you're saying, or am I misreading it?
Well, what I'm saying is they can do it, whatever. There's no rule.
Right.
So, but people are still stuck with the rules.
Right.
You know?
So entrenched previously. Yeah. Okay.
So people don't do things, and they just wait because of the rules. But who made the rules? You know. So I wanted to change that and open up, and even like actors in Japan, they, you know, it's really different from West, I guess. But in Japan, actors are not really supposed to speak up to the director or producer. They just try to do whatever director tells them to do.
Without question. Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they question sometimes, but you know, they gotta be nice to the director or something. And then it's not real collaboration a lot of time. So I wanted to change that. I don't want to look like, you know, I'm not collaborating. You know, I feel like collaborating, but actually they're not, you know, just being kind to me or something. It doesn't make sense. So
and can I ask, is that? I mean, obviously you found it frustrating. Hence the reason for the union. That's the right word, frustration. And is that something that you? Because I know you were in Australia for some time. So you left Japan, went to Australia to work for a few years, I think.
Yeah.
And went back. So did that change? That I assume that changed your outlook on things.
I think so, yeah.
It changed your way of working, I guess. Is what I'm trying to say.
It did, yeah. Because when I was in Australia working for television for 3 years, you know, everybody spoke up what they thought, what they feel.
Yeah, if they said this, I'm not doing that's crap or whatever, they're going to say, oh, that's Australian. Yeah.
Exactly. So, which is good because you can be honest to each other without kind of like being too rude, you know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And when you come back to Japan, everybody's trying to be polite, but it's like for me, in a way, it's very rude towards the work itself because we're not working for the film. We're just trying to be nice to each other, and then that ends up making a bad film or bad acting or bad direction.
Yeah.
You know.
So would it be fair to say that your goal is to be more empowering? Are you trying to empower people?
Well, I don't want to do it, you know.
No, it's absolutely fascinating. That's what I'm asking, because it sounds to me that what you're doing is you're trying to, whether it's a concept or reality, you're trying to influence change people's traditional ways of approaching things. So, and it sounds like empowerment, which is not a bad thing. Because, you know, and that example you gave where, you know, you're in Australia and someone working in a studio and someone said, well, I want to do that's wrong. And I said, I don't understand that. And it feels as though that you, traditionally in Japan, you never really, it's difficult to have that as an option.
Very difficult, yeah.
And do you think this got potential to make some kind of change? Is it a possibility?
Yeah, but I'm actually really careful about it because I'm not really disrespecting about Japanese traditional industry style.
That I understand.
That's why I am like trying to kind of stay away from them.
Right.
So I never really worked in like Japanese major studio work or anything like that because it's pointless. They have their own thing going, and trying to change them. What's the point? But I just wanted to make films my own way.
Your way, yeah.
So, and I realized that earlier on that I couldn't do that in the major mainstream Japanese film industry, especially if you're making a really small independent film or something with, I don't know, a powerful message or whatever.
It's very interesting, it really is. Because I have no idea what the culture, I've never been to Japan, but the way you explained it is really, I can visualise it, and I can visualise a system that's quite rigid. And but having said that, because I don't know Japan, I don't appear to be ignorant, but it just sounds a really interesting way to approach things, and it's fascinating.
Yeah, it just takes time though, because as I said, it's more about the people's notion or attitude towards how to approach film. So I've been doing this for 3 years. Like, we have a gathering every month, but even if I tell the directors or actors, please be open and say whatever you want, they still don't say it. So it's in their mind. So I can't really explain and change them. But so it takes time. We have to meet like every month and get to know each other, and slowly we build up the relationship. And, we fight sometimes. So yeah, that's how we started to. Yeah. So eventually we all open up a little bit and start to get the idea of.
Fantastic. Yeah. And can I ask you three? Are you working on new projects now? Are you working on something else?
なんか新しいプロジェクト
I have next
Are you
film.
working again?
Next project.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
You're on a new project?
He'll be my next feature. So.
Okay. And is it the same for the two ladies? Okay. And what have you planned?
Yes, I have next film. So after this trip, and but it's a secret.
Okay, no, that's fine. I don't want to put you on the spot.
And end of this year, we have a stage about the Japanese great writer Kenji Miyazaki.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yes, and every time I'm looking for my new challenge. So if everyone interested about me, please mail me, and I can send you my resume.
Excellent. Well done. And did you say you're working together?
Yes,
On this?
yes.
Okay.
So, yes, we are
Working together.
together, and I think she is a very nice actress. So, so I'm looking forward to act with her again.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Wonderful. That's really kind of you. Lovely to meet you. And lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.